to do. But so yeah, let's see, I was doing it. So my former music teacher sent this to me some time ago, some long time ago actually. And the funniest thing was, these chords that he sent me some years back. I had discovered, let's say today, that these chords are actually in my book. So let's listen to it. Let's do that again. All right. So at the time, back then, I really didn't care about what the name of the chord was. I just wanted to know how to play the chord. At the end of the day, that's pretty much where I wanted to be. Is know what's know how to play the chords, and I didn't give a thought on what the chord is. This helps to learn how to play chords and to understand chords. As I was talking to a couple of people at different places, everybody is saying the same thing. I don't know enough chords to create chord progressions, and I said, wow. Um, I don't know enough chords to create chord progressions. Now I had someone else DM me and said to actually not really actually DM me when I first originally was talking about creating a book or coming out with my first book, when it was actually getting ready to be published, and this person had said, well, why don't we do chord progressions, a chord progressional book? That would be fantastic. That'd be wonderful. That would be excellent. But the thing is, um, creating a chord progressional book is not as easy as it might appear or seem to do. It can be done, but we're talking about trying to do that in all 12 keys. Um, I am actually attempting to do that, actually. But I promise you this, it is not as easy as it might appear. And especially if you're trying to transpose the same thing in all 12 keys. That is going to take up a lot of room on a book, in a page. Now, some people might say, well, I probably would have said that if I was going to do a chord progression, like as my instructor had shared with me for on to do. So this is my thought process on this. If I was a beginner musician or intermediate level and I want to play like the pros and play the advanced level style or movement, this is my thought process in this. If I were to create a chord progressional book, chords can go anywhere from two chord progression to a three chord progression to a four chord or five chord, all the way up to 20, 30 chord progressions. All right. Um, you know, now we try to simplify by saying, hey, let's learn to play the one, and let's simplify this by playing the four, and let's simplify it by playing the five, and then you back to a one. That's easy. Alright. And that's a three chord progression. Now, to put that in an actual book, because believe me, trust me, I am experimenting and doing this, but we're talking about trying to do this in all 12 keys. And most of us musicians would have said, listen, man, shoot, all you need to learn is the concept behind the madness and take that same information, all right, take the same information and just move it up to the next key. That's what we would have said. And you go home and figure out the rest. What? Yes. Yes, that's what we would have said. Learn the concept behind the madness. But for me to just sit here and do a chord progressional book, yes, that would probably be fun to do. But what some of y'all don't understand, for the person who written this to me, and my response was to the individual who returned back. I hope he was, saw my response was that you can teach people chord progressions, but the problem um, is putting that actually in a book to do that. And you still gonna have somebody gonna say, well, hey, you know what, transpose that for me in all 12 keys. Even if you gave them the concept behind the madness, you're repeating the same chord, you just in another key. Major on 1, major on 4, major on 5. And then you write in the book and say, listen, all you have to do now, take that same chord and transpose up to the next key, transpose up to the other 11 keys. I doubt if it was me. I'm just saying me. I doubt if it was for me, I would probably not buy your book. I would probably not buy your product. Even if you did that in a video lessons, I'll probably pass you up. Because most people out there are not going to want to put the time in and trying to figure out, oh my God, I do know understand. I do kind of sort of understand what you mean. But man, just go ahead and rip it out and show me how to do it in all 12 keys. So this is the reason why I came with the Play by Sight book and said, you know what? I'm gonna give y'all exactly what y'all asking for. And what you're asking for is to play all of them types of chords I'm talking about now and play them in all 12 keys. Where you have your major chord, 12 keys, right? 12 keys. You're gonna get them in all 12 keys. What? Oh, see, I'm just saying, if I was a customer and I wanted to learn how to play, I would probably say, I would probably buy Bishop Drake's book, because he's dropping it in all 12 keys. So by the time you start learning how to play every one of these chords in my book, which is in chapter number 2, every chord, you're going to learn every single one of these chords in all 12 keys, versus me sitting here doing a chord progressional book. Don't get me wrong, I could do it, I will do it, I'm going to do that. But I wanted to get you guys to understand that every chord that I'm pulling from chord progressions, I'm actually putting it in a library set, so that way when you hear them chords, you gonna know, oh, that's what he doing. Oh, that's what she over there playing. Oh, that's what's going on in that album. That's what's going on with You Saw the Best in Me. Oh, oh, that's what's going on in. Oh, that's that chord. I'm not just playing it in one key, right? I should be able to play the same chord in all 12 keys and know the chord I'm playing. Right? And transpose in every move the power chord in all 12 keys. And by the way, y'all, those chords that I'm doing right now in my left hand is in chapter 18. I did that on purpose just for that reasoning. Right? Literally, I fell right to it. Literally. The power chord in all 12 keys, y'all. The perfect fifth in all 12 keys. Look at that. Already, I got it already set up. So you're going to learn how to play your E flat power chord, your E power chord, or we call it, is this the perfect fifth? Your F perfect fifth, F sharp perfect fifth. And all of this is over here in this chapter, over here in chapter 18. Our thirds, our tritone is also as well as over here in chapter 18, as well as chapter 8, y'all. Our minor third, over here chapter 18 as well. What? Our major second, minor second, perfect fourth, chapter 18 all day. Tritone. There's that perfect fifth again. Minor 6, major 6, minor 7, and a major 7, and then we have an octave. What? Every single one of those moves are already in my chapter, in chapter number 18, on purpose, because these are the stuff we gonna hear people doing. I mean, if I sat here and said we're gonna be doing this in all 12 keys, starting from the C to D flat, up to D. These are the minor seconds I'm doing in all 12 keys. Right back to it. Whether I do it here, when I'm doing it here, down here, what? I'm doing it in all 12 keys. In chapter 18, y'all, it doesn't matter whether it is applied in the left hand or the moves may be applied in the right hand. I promise y'all, I thought of everything that I can think of to try my very best, to put these idea stuff that we hear the pros doing in their stuff and they're playing, and that is my whole goal, is to get every musician on every level, beginner, intermediate, advanced, wherever you at in the world, to get on board so you are not left out in the woods, if you will. So if you hear something, you will be able to find it. Let's get at it. Let's hear the first chord, right? The first chord. Literally, the first chord. Transpose. And transpose. Whole step over. I could have transposed half step, half step. Half step, half step, right? Half step, half step, half step, half step. Transpose. Half step, half step, half step, half step, half step, half step, half step. Yes, I can transpose that. So, if so happens I hear somebody playing that move, I understand two things that happen. Tritone and the secret sauce chord, which is the 7-sus-4 chord mixed together with the tritone. Basically, if you split the chord with two hands, you might hear a musician playing it this way, or maybe you may not hear them playing it this way, but they may use two hands to play the chord, or they may split the hand. We call split the hand. Your left hand is carrying the bottom, and your right hand is gonna play the chord, or two hands gonna do it together. Yeah, two hands gonna play the same thing. It's called practicing. Here's the thing is, I learned this, someone said this, and everything they had to say was the same thing I kept saying to myself over and over. And my manager back in the day used to tell me the lack of knowledge can either make you or break you. Meaning that if you don't know something, chances are you're not going to be able to play whatever it is that other people are doing. And so I took that to heart to say, wow, man, I better get on my job and try to figure out what is really actually going on musically wise. And I had to teach myself my scales in all 12 keys, the concept, right? The concept. So that meant if I could do it in that one key, half step up, half step up, half step over, half step up, half step up, half step up, half step over. Now I got the next key. I had learned the concept behind the madness. Oh, now that I can do it in the next key, D, half step up, half step up, half step up, half step down, half step down, half step down, half step up, half step down. Now I got the next key, D. minor madness. Listen, now this is the reason why I did play by sight the very first chapter, giving you every key, every note, and every number system that is under that scale in the very first chapter, number one. All right. I did this on purpose so that we all can learn how to play our scales and the number system at the same time. And what? In all 12 keys. The next page over, the same scenario. I just gave you now the keyboard chart, like as if you were sitting here on the keyboard, and gave it to you in all 12 keys. What? Yes. All 12 keys. Then in chapter 2, I kind of already jumped the horse, if you so to speak, or jumped the cart or whatever, and start telling you about chapter number 2, which is your major chords in all 12 keys, which I've shared with you guys in chapter number 2. All right, so get your first edition. Now listen, in the first edition, we're going to mess with our major move, our minor move in all 12 keys, augmented in all 12 keys, major 7 to sharp 5, the major 7 in all these in all 12 keys, dominant chord in all 12 keys, we call it the C7, the dominant chord I call it, alright, the major 7 chord in all 7 keys, sus2, sus4, and our 7 sus4 chord, and of course our tritones in all 12 keys. That should cover chapter number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and number 8. So what I was trying to do was, my attempt is to fast track beginner musicians, and maybe some intermediate level musicians, and maybe somebody who say they're advanced and they just don't know what they're actually doing. So that's the reason why I went ahead and created the first chapter 1 through 8 dealing with this formula that I use, all right, and structured it so it could be simple, straightforward, so that you can get these chords underneath your fingertip from your left to your right. Of course, make sure you learn your inversion. That's your root. First inversion, and a second. Here come the right. Root, first, second inversion. And you can continue to do this up the keyboard so your ears can get familiar on the organ or the keyboard, whatever instrument you're on, and whether you want to go in reverse that. Get that, because I promise you, musicians are playing these voicings down low, as well as you might hear it in You Saw the Best of Me when we see how I get it. That chord, I told you it was coming. I told you it was coming. Now, you remember, I told you the power chord I said earlier. And I told y'all earlier, the tritone. Did I not tell y'all that? And then I also said the major third as well. These moves are in chapter 18. The major third, tritone is also in chapter 18 as well as chapter 8. And your power chord is also over there in chapter 18. Now this chord is considered as a C major 9, or C9 actually. Called a dominant chord. Remember, we could do the 7. I just take the 9 off. That's the top. Alright, so that's a C7 chord. Remember, I just played it here. And if I wanted to add the 9, now remember, I could do inversions. Just looking at my finger. I can do inversions all day. I can do inversions all day. Okay, y'all get the point. Or I can be creative with creating other chords, or making the chord fat or small, or whatever y'all want to call it. You know, inside, outside. Make the chord outside, you know. Right, just make the chord big or fat or whatever. All of that stuff, y'all. I did not always know this until I sat down at the keyboard and made up my mind. And my wife said, "You need to go in there and practice your own self and get this stuff your own self, honey boo. Why you over here teaching everybody else?" Not that she was trying to say in a negative way, but she was just trying to say, "Dude, you need to get this for yourself first before you start trying to tell somebody else how to do it." However, that is not the way the Lord wanted me to go. I told her, I said, "That's not the route the Lord is leading me to go. As I learn, you guys gonna learn. As I learn, you guys gonna learn with me, right?" And that's just kind of how I was led to go that way. Yes, I could probably have been stingy, or I could as easily be saying, "You know what, I ain't doing none of these videos. I'm gonna hold all this stuff to myself and jam the rest of y'all musicians out there, let y'all suffer, or let y'all struggle, or let y'all figure it out on your own, or just be mean, basically." But that's not in my spirit. So yeah. But I do want everybody to understand what you're doing. So get the play by sight. I'm putting it out there. My books are not expensive. I am not gonna even lie to you. This some people books are actually higher than my books, and they don't even have half the stuff that I'm actually is putting in my book. That is what got me a little bit hot right now. I purchased several books. I'm getting ready to purchase one more. Not that I need to, but I wanted to make a point. But these guys are charging way more than me, and I'm putting way much more crazy stuff that you guys need to have or must have in your arsenal, to be able to play this stuff that we hear our fellow brethren doing. And I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a little kind of ticked off right now anyway. But yes, I purchased books from other musicians. This of course is after I've already published my stuff, but I'm going through the book and I'm like, what? Like, these musicians not putting what I'm dropping in my book. And I guess I should say thank God they didn't, because I probably would be on the map right now. But I'm a little bit, I'm wondering, should I hike my prices up? Because these guys, for this book, in this book, these music books, these guys charging more than me for my books, for my book, I'm like, what? These guys are charging more than me. This is 3 of them. I got one more coming, and it costs more than my own book. I'm like, that's crazy. And the reason why I bought this, because after I published it, I wanted to see what is it that they did in their book that I hadn't done in my book. That is, I like to do what we call a comparison. And when I went through it, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little hot right now. Every last one of these 3 books right here, I have a few more, and I have one more on the way. All of them cost more than my book. I'm gonna put this back in the sack because I'm hot. Let me turn my fan on. I'm gonna turn the fan on. I'm hot. I bought some books from musicians, right? These musician books, and the stuff I'm dropping in the book is way far more extra stuff that you guys gonna get when it comes down to harmonizing chords and the left hand doing one thing, the right hand doing something. I'm dropping in chords in this particular book here, which is my very first book. Now, I only mentioned chapter number 1 through 8, but I didn't talk about chapter 9. Chapter 9 is when I start throwing the heat. When I start giving y'all the dope chords, the chords that we all as musicians need to learn to do. I was listening to a musician today. For a short minute, somebody posted it. What was his name? Kevin Powell. Kevin Powell was doing some chords, and I just started laughing because I was like, oh, okay. I know what he's doing. I know what he's playing. I know exactly what's happening when he's playing. And that's just not just every musician, but some musicians I kind of understand what they're doing. If you get the concept behind the madness, you're gonna start realizing, oh my goodness, it's not as difficult as it is until you get the information. Get the book, y'all, the first edition, because I promise y'all, my second one is gonna be even extra fire. Coming behind this book, oh, to the M's Jazizi. I promise you, you will not regret. I promise you that. With everything I'm doing, I'm dropping them in all 12 keys. So to get away from the word I said earlier, learning chord progressions, I can go through this book and say, chapter 9, I want to learn a major 9 move. I can go back to chapter number 1 and go to the scale and drop a chord. For what? In chapter 9, 8 minor 9 11. Y'all, y'all think I'm playing, alright? A minor 9 11. Bow. A minor 9 11. Chapter 9. It's in the book. So I have the A minor 9. I have the A minor 9 11. Alright. And so I did all these chords in all 12 keys for a reason, right? In the book. A minor 9 11. If you kind of like listen to musicians doing stuff, you're gonna learn these minor 9, major 9s, minor 9, minor 13 9 11, all these different chord voicings I'm dropping in the book with the sharp 11. Yes. I ain't gonna lie to you. I must have been really super sick toward the end when I did this. When I was doing this, when I was dropping these chords in here, I must have been really out of my mind for sure because actually I'm sitting here looking at this stuff and I'm like, I can't believe I actually really put this in this book actually. But this book was supposed to be what I call a teaser. A teaser, like get the what I call the logistics behind the madness, your scales, your number system, and learn these little basic chords. I was going to stop it at chapter number 8, but I told my editor, I said, hey, listen, man, it wouldn't be kind of fair if I would just leave it at that. And it was like, yeah, leave it like that. Leave it at the teaser so they can find out what you're going to do with your next chapters in the book. And I decided, nah, let me go ahead and throw some heat in there. So, So, yes, I'll start giving y'all the minor 9, the minor 9 11, the diminished 7. We're going to give you the diminished 7, 11, flat 13. Oh. I done lost my mind when I started doing this though, but alright, that's the F9 13 sharp 11. That's going on my next book, but without that bass line. It's the major 7 with the flat 5 sharp 5, which is already here in play by side over here in the thing where the heat is, starting at chapter 9. So the heat starts it with your minor chord or major 9 chord, and then we go on over here to the next page, which is within that range of the chapter 9. We're gonna have the minor 9, a minor 9, right, and then we have the minor 9 11. Ooh, the minor 9 13 9 11. That's the next page over to. I don't know. Then also we have the sharp 11. Sharp 11. Oh my God. All right, so we have sharp 11. So let's see, sharp 11 will be sharp 11. All right, so I did some ridiculous, crazy stuff that I actually can't believe I actually really dropped this in here in that book. But what? I did this crazy stuff and didn't realize I was doing it. minor 13, 9, sharp 11. Then we have the regular 13, 9, 11, sharp 11. And I did all these nice chords, beautiful, crazy off the road chords. Turn your head chords, your diminished 7 with the 11 with the flat 13, 6 9s. I already know about the 6 9s. Right, you know. We have the minor 11 with the flat 5 also over here in the book. And every chord I did was is pulling from chord progressions from songs. All right. And I said, let me lay this out in all 12 keys. Took some time, some time to do. I probably would have finished this book long ago had I not got sick back in 2023. Actually, I got sick I was trying to put it out in 22. And then I got sick with COVID. And then I was, for sure, no doubt I was going to have this book published by no later than December of 23. But ultimately, I ended up getting sick with pneumonia valley fever on November 9th, moving forward, and then I have not 100% fully recovered. So, if so happens I start feeling sick in the middle of this video, I'm gonna cut the video, so because I had to go to the hospital over the weekend because I wasn't feeling well. So anyway, with that being said, y'all get the first edition. Edition number 1, and like I said, chapter 9 is when we get into the heat. I want my beginner musicians out there, first of all, start from the beginning. The first page, the first chapter, learn that. Go to chapter 2, learn that. Go to chapter 3, learn it. All the way till you get to chapter number 8. And then you can go on ahead and head over to chapter 9. You're going to see what I actually was doing. What I actually was doing was moving chords from chapter 2 through 8 and putting it over in chapter 9 and creating these chord movements. That's all I was doing. Basically, I can take chapter 2 through chapter number 8 and learn a song. I actually don't need chapter 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 at all. Those chords. I don't need them. I could easily just sit there at the keyboard and follow the song by going through the chapter 1, chapter 2 throughout. Because what I said earlier, you're going to learn the structure is major move. It's going to be a minor move somewhere. It's going to be augmented somewhere. Or your major 7 sharp 5 or flat 5. Your diminished 7. Your dominant chord possibly. A major 7 chords possibly, or 9 or 11 or 13 or sharp 11. Or it's gonna be something in there. Alright, see, I am learning the concept behind the matter. So sus2, sus4, and the 7 sus4 chord. And the tritone. That's just without me even going to chapter 9, y'all. I promise y'all. So, if I were to say, we put that in, let me put this little thing back on that I said I was going to learn and listen to, and I promise you, I'll figure it out very quickly, because why? I've practiced all my major chords in all 12 keys, minor chord, all those chords that I mentioned, and all 12 keys, and something has got to click. So let's drop this thing right back again. Where did I look? Where did I move it to? Where did I move to? Let me see. Maybe you might remember. Let me open up this app. See if it remembers where I left off at. And I promise you, I'm going to find the chord. Let me see. Would it remember what I just did? Yeah. There you go. Okay, cool. Alright, so watch this. Remember, I said tritones, right? Remember what I said about the tritone and the 7 sus4 chord. Remember what I said about the tritone and a major chord. Let's go, it doesn't matter which way. What? Wait Wait a minute. Okay, okay, all right. So, let me see. What else can I think of? Let's say we play the sus4 chord, sus2 chord. Doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter what key I do it in. Sus4, sus2, sus4, transpose. I'm just playing around with it. I promise y'all. By the time I finish messing with it, I hadn't played the separately the six the seven okay the 7 sus4 chord without transpose without using the tritones this time. I'm transposing, starting with the C, up. I promise y'all, if I hear the chords, I'm gonna find it. All 12 keys. Now that's there. Let's go up here and do it here. Back. You have to practice this because I promise you. Now let's go back to where I was at. Okay, let's take it down further. Back up. Whoa. This is shocking. It might be shocking, but I promise y'all, there's a squirrel coming across my fence. It's funny. I promise y'all said this. It doesn't matter if I do the minor chord the same kind of scenario, whether I'm using the root, transposing. This time I'm going down with it. Some kind of way, I'm going to have to hear these chords. Right? Go back. Get muddy. Right? Let's go up with it. Whether I'm doing a root position, first version, or second version, y'all, I promise y'all, I'm gonna end up hearing these chords because I'm practicing them. I'm watching my finger. And I'm doing it slowly. Every chord I'm doing is in my book, Play by Sight. Chapter number 3. I did the tritones already. Remember that? Remember? I did the experimenting, putting the two chords together. I did an experiment with the 7/4 chord and now the major chord. Okay, now let's listen to the move, and let's see if I'm going to hear these moves. Whether it's going to be all together or half step, whole stepping, or whatever. Let's see. There it is. Transpose, whole step, whole step. I told you I was gonna find it. It wasn't up here though, and it wasn't down here. Right? It wasn't down here, so I knew it was be right here. Oh, remember when you practice, you want to practice in different spots. Because you never know where the keyboard player or organ player might voice or place the chord. Alright, so yes, that was a major 7 with a flat 5. Chapter number 16. And let's see. I gotta try to memorize my own chapters, y'all. Let's see, what chapter is that? Let me go to my content. I told you, the chord is gonna be in there. So let's see, where is that? That is the major 7 with the flat 5. Was I right? Oh, okay, I was wrong. Chapter 12. Chapter 12 and all 12 keys. All right, it's in the book. Every chord. But I'm just telling you, if I sit here and learn the concept behind the madness, whether it's just that one chord, I now kind of get an idea of what is about to happen here. Because then he transposed like this. My hands automatically goes to it now. And then this one. So he skipped the one and did a whole step. And every one of those chords is a major 7 with a flat 5 in chapter 12. I told y'all, I'll find it. And because of the tritone. The tritone. I told y'all. Whole step. Or if he did it the half step, he would have went like this. But he didn't do it that way. So I said, oh. So yeah. So he did a whole step. Whole step. Alright, cool. Now, that made things easier for me to understand. Oh, I know what he's doing. The no. See? There it is. Alright, so I hear that. Okay? Alright, now me, I like to listen to detail. That's just my fault. My bad. Okay, then the next chord was in the book. I told y'all. Right, 6/9. Let me see. Now we're gonna see if the thumb is going to. Sometimes the thumb can be manipulating, but I would say that. So I would say so I can do 2 of the chords. 6/9 sharp 11, and if I add that top note, there will be a E major. No, E 13 sharp 11. E major 13 sharp 11. So let me see. Oh Lord. I have to see with the left hand. Now I gotta see if it's layering. Which I was right. So this one here will be a major 13 sharp 11. That is going to come on my next book. Alright? But without that, it's the 6/9 sharp 11. Alright? So that is going to be on my next book. However, it doesn't necessarily have to be on the next book, because I can tell you right now, it's in here. My tritone, for one, which is in chapter 8, as well as chapter 18, and the perfect fourth is in chapter 18. That's how I'm figuring this out. Perfect fourth, perfect fourth. And that creates a chord called a E major 13 with the sharp 11. What? I think we're going to hear like he transposed in. Wait. See if that makes sense to my ear. My finger, you notice it didn't go there. Let me see. Let me make sure. Hold on, because sometimes my ears play with me. Hey, I was right. Yeah, I probably would have played that too. Now, watch this. The left hand can play the tritone, as I said, chapter 8. The left hand can also play the partial diminished, the B flat diminished. Because 2 tritones create diminished move. And then also we got D flat second. Remember the minor second and then the major second. So the left hand can also end up playing a D flat minor 6. 6/9, by the way, actually. That's just the left hand. So you just imagine what I could do with my right hand. I'm just playing around with the fourth. I'm playing around with the fourth. in chapter 18, messing with it. I'm playing around with the phone. Little Chinese thing. And then I can switch that over to the fifth. And that make me play a bigger chord. If I keep fooling around with this, then I end up playing a bigger chord. Then that turns that into a minor 7, 11. Alright, that turns into a minor 7 with the flat 5, 11. Now, if you drop the bass line, then you have a C7 with the flat 9, sharp 9, sharp 5. You make your chord fat now. Now remember, I told y'all earlier, the sus2, sus4, the secret sauce chord. I'm going home. I'll see y'all later. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah. It just gets even more crazier as you play around with it. Alright, so this is a C7, C7 add 5. That's when you start going into some crazy stuff. Listen, what I usually do when I'm playing around with this craziness, I usually take my camera out, press, Photoshop, send it to my editor, and send these chords back to me, and they go right here in my library. So somebody wrote me the other day or yesterday, I think it was, I can't remember, it might have been yesterday, said, man, if I keep watching your videos, man, I'm gonna be really good at what I'm doing, because you really sit down and explain this stuff to us, man, because we be like lost or not understanding. Thank you, I forgot who it was that had inboxed me, so mention that, but thank you, no problem. I try my best. I'm not professional with this. So you see, all this moves, I told you, messing with the minor third, the minor seconds, and the major thirds, the major third, major third, minor second, you know. Once you get to learn the concept behind the madness, but here's the thing, even if you don't understand the concept behind the madness, play by sight, I got every chord that I can think of for right now in this book for what I hear musicians doing that I'm be able to capture and say, oh, okay, you doing that. Oh, that's what's up. Well, Major 7 with the flat 5, y'all. All these chords in the book. Now, I might be coming at it. Come on, pedals trying to get away from me. I might approach things differently because of experimenting. Alright. Alright. This is the A minor 7 with the flat 5, the 11. Playing, but that last chord, well, now I do. So it was like I went to an A minor 7 flat 5, 11, which transposed up to a B flat minor 7 with the flat 5. It's just, you know, yeah. So I should be photoshopping this stuff, but from different approaches, I'll tell you. In my other videos, I sit here and I lay my hands on the keyboard, and whatever happens, whatever happens, they say, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But yeah, my hands just play chords, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, that was nice. Let me drop that in the book from that angle, you know. If you notice, I did a jump from. It's transpose. Transpose. Because I understand when I'm playing in my right hand. All right, these chords are in the book, literally in the book. I'm thinking of chapter 2. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm sorry, chapter 2 all the way to chapter 8. Chapter 8, obviously you hear the tritone. Now we have our perfect fourth. You hear that chapter 18. A sus4 chord, chapter number 4. Is that it? No, 5. Chapter 5 is my sus. All right, my sus, and the secret sauce chord. You see how I'm using the book? I'm using my contents because I know what chords I put in the actual book itself. And I'm looking at my contents, and I'm like, can I try this idea? Let me try a dominant chord. Oh, 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 yes. Yep, you still have to fight. Oh my God. Let me change that track off. Uh-oh. Whoa, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Every time I play around with something, y'all, I promise y'all, I'm telling you, this is F major chord, chapter who? 2. Diminished, chapter who? 3. These two chords mixed together create a diminished, right? But it creates an F7 chord. I call it a dominant chord. And then I hit you with the tritone. I might hear this voice in it. You try a different tritone. Oh my goodness. See, this is what I hate doing. Alright, this is a D flat major 9 with a sharp 5, flat 5, sharp 5. I hate when I do this, y'all. Experimenting. Oops. And you see, I can create chord progressions because I'm thinking of what I put in the chapter. Chord is a major 9 sharp flat 5 sharp 5. Major 9 with a sharp 11 this time. Cause I came up with it. Now I can mess around with this. We clearly know that's a diminished 7 there. Well, I have a tritone in the left hand. And a double tritone in the left hand. D flat major 7 or D flat 7 with a sharp 9. D flat major 7. Yeah, D flat major 7 flat 9 sharp 11 it's in the left hand. Flat 7, flat 9, sharp 11. Whoa, this is crazy. See, I can go now, move to where I want to go. You hear me do this? What? Major 7, transpose, and I was holding whatever chord I. Alright, all I only did was transpose. Musical. So once you learn the concept behind the madness, but even if you don't learn the concept behind the madness, every chord I'm playing is in the book. Just about that I was able to press in this particular book. I'm waiting for my editor to get back to me to when this second book is gonna be completed, and as soon as I get the word on that second book will be coming soon, this month. So once that happens, Y'all already know it's gonna be even more crazier. But this is how I'm doing it. You know. Alright, so now what's the next chord? Did I keep myself out? Nope. Okay. A flat. A flat. A flat add two. Ah! A flat add two. Because you know A flat add two could be here. It could be here. Remember I told you the inversion. Yeah, I'm telling you the inversion. See? That's why I heard the voicing. So I'm like, what? Transpose. Transpose. This is transposing up. Transposing. Now, the reason why this switched up a little bit from here is because of the note I'm playing. Because he has stepped back. And that ended up making you, instead of playing the 6-9 sharp 11 or the 13, the E13 sharp 11, is because we dropped back. And I half step up. Now that makes you play the major 7 with the flat 5 because we half step back. Had we went up, that would continue, that voicing would have continued to be the 6-9 sharp 11, but because we dropped back with the left hand, that changed the whole scenario. A flat add 2. And I don't have to have perfect pitch to figure out stuff. I'm doing it because I understand what's going on in the book. A flat major chord is in the book. And all I'm doing is adding the 2 in the scale of A flat. Making me play A flat add 2, that route. That route. See? Look. Oh, that route. Hold on. There it is. You see this route? Let me see, can I add my 2 in? There it is. Right. Move some fingers over. A flat add 2. So there's more than one way to approach the same chord. A flat add 2. And I'm just moving fingers around. A flat. Add 2. And so on, because you're just moving the hands up the keys. And that's how I'm able to find it. A flat add 2. Alright, so let me see. I might approach it with my hands switched to a different spot, whatever. Yeah, that's how I had it. Alright, now what's next? Uh-oh. My editor is hitting me up. Okay. Hold on. Wait a minute, hold on, what? Did I miss a chord after that? Da da da. I think I missed the chord. Da da. Wait a minute. Wait, I missed it. Go around there. Remember scales, right? But in this case, I'm hearing notes, so I'm just going to follow the note one at a time. No? I'm just following the note. I don't have to have paper perfect pitch, but I'm just hearing the note. So after all of that, but then right there. Okay, I heard that. All right, so what's the rest? Let me see. I'm just following the notes. Nope. There it is. Was it? Was it? Was it this one? I think that's what it was. Let's see. Alright, I don't have perfect pitch. Let me see. Alright, I got it. Alright, so. So as that whole little thing. Then. Some people say, you should sing out your stuff, whatever. If you're trying to sing a song, sing it out. Okay, now what's next? Nope. That one? Nope. Not that one. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, yeah, okay. Now me, I might do this voicing, but actually, the voicing was a minor chord. Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah. Then I might throw this voice in. That's just me. But I think it's a G minor 7 move. I'm gonna throw that in there. I like to throw my own 2 in there. And also it could be also E flat. But I hear this in my head. So that's what I hear. Yeah. Chords in the book, y'all. This is the minor chord. I told you. It's in chapter 3. But I'm mixing it also with B flat, which is in chapter 2. But it creates a minor chord, a G minor 7 chord. That chord is gonna also be in my next book. Okay, my editor's saying that he was sick. And let me see, what is he saying? My editor's saying he was sick and he was unable to. Oh, okay, all right. He said I'm very sick, man. Let me see. Hold on. What? Okay. So my editor said he's sick. Everybody's getting sick from something. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Prayers up. Talk later. All right. So yeah, that's how I get these chords, is because I hear the voicing and I understand it's the tritone, and then I hear the major chord. Now I just hear a note. I hear the note. to a G minor chord. G minor 11 or G minor 711. I might go ahead and make it a E flat major 913 and give it some more depth. And that's just one hand. I'm playing the E flat major 913 with one hand. So I might flip this thing up now. Remember we played it this way, right? Now I'm gonna do it my way. So I'm using the major E flat major 913. Now I'm gonna change it up and do the tritone, the double up tritone, if you will. What? That's now I'm switching it up. Give me my little own thing. Oh my God! That's the E flat diminished major 7 move, which I didn't play before, right? Okay, y'all. Those chords are coming in my next book. All right. I told you there's gonna be some more fat, dope, off the hook chords that's coming y'all way for sure. So now I can do all this. Remember that A flat too? Now I can do it my way. I can do this and add my own 2 cents, or to go to bottom. Remember that? Keep it in the pocket at first, right? When I first learning it. Not to say that sounds corny and it sounds kind of like, but at some point after I practiced something that my instructor sent me, he used to get upset with me because every time when I play it back to him, I play it back to him in my own way. Now when I get it, some of you never just show me, and he'd be like, "Bro, why are you doing that to the stuff that I sent to you?" I gotta get the run. Now, because I want to do it my own way. So here's something I want everybody to understand this too. For beginner musician, you don't necessarily have to sound like your instructor, or you don't necessarily have to sound like the next musician out there. However, there will be moments where we will play stuff and we might sound like someone else. This has happened to me with my wife telling me one time that she was listening to something I was doing. We was pillow talking. So anyway, I'm on there looking at something on YouTube, and this guy was on the organ doing some stuff. And the first thing my wife says, "That's you." I'm like, "That ain't me." She said, "Bruh." I'm like, "That ain't me." She said, "Bruh, that's you. I know your plan." I'm like, "That ain't me, babe." "Bruh, I know your plan from anybody's plan." I'm like, "But I understand that, but that's not me." And she was not convinced that it wasn't me. And I was like, this is somebody else." "Bruh, you can't tell me." Bruh. We have pillow talk, y'all. That's how we talk sometimes. "Bruh, you can't tell me that ain't you." So she takes the phone and she looks, and the guy's playing on the organ until he got to something he did differently that I don't do. And then that's when she realized, "Oh, that ain't you." I'm like, yeah. I was trying to tell you that for 10 seconds that wasn't me. playing. That's somebody else that sounded similar to how I play. Until he played something, and I can't remember what that one little thing was. Was this one thing that he did that I don't do that he was playing, and he went to doing something, and my wife said, "Oh no, okay, that's not you. You had not did that right there at that part right there." And I'm like, uh, yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. She says, "But that guy sound similar to you. You know him?" I'm like, "No, I don't even know him from a can of spray paint." And she was like, "What? He sounds just like you." And I'm like, yeah. He hasn't subscribed to my page. Neither have I subscribed to his page. So I didn't know him from a can of spray paint, as I said. But yeah, he sounded exactly like me. My style and everything. It was a trip. It was like I even my own self was baffled when I heard him playing on the organ. I was like, oh, this dude sounds just like something I would be doing until he plays something at a spot that I would not actually would play that movement, and then that's when she was like, "Oh no, that ain't you. You wouldn't have done it. That you wouldn't have played that right there like that. No, I mean, cause that was off. Whatever he was doing, he got to a part where he sounded so much like me, and then he got to some part where he did something that I don't even do, or I probably have never ever put in that spot where he was playing, and I can't remember what that video was and what the guy name was. It was so long ago. But my point is, as I'm saying, you don't have to sound exactly like somebody, but unfortunately, there will be situations where you end up playing stuff, and you would end up playing something that is something similar to what someone else is doing, unfortunately. But it doesn't necessarily say that you are that guy that sound, excuse me, 100% like. Let me say, I just use a name, just say Kevin Bond or something like that, right? So you happen to be playing a song, and it happens to be some chords that Kevin Bond will play along the way. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're playing exactly copycatting as what he did, because what happens is you end up gaining chords, and you end up learning to play them. If I happens to hear the song and that is what he played, you know, you know what I'm saying, remember that chord? Y'all heard? I told that chord was coming. If y'all go listen to that, when you gonna hear that move. Every one of them chords is in the book. That's why I'm saying every chord. All right, and it's not because of the fact that I'm copycatting. It's the fact that I understand the perfect fifths and my perfect fourths and my thirds and my tritones. I understand chords, so because I'm sitting here at the keyboard every single day trying to figure out what can I learn different, and I'm learning it on my own. There's no Jason White, no Mike Burrell, there's no Devin Watkins, there's no David Jackson, there's no yeah, I'm throwing names out there. No Trina Trine, there's no Kevin Nicholson, there's nobody over here showing me how to play stuff, right? So I'm at the keyboard, and where my hand drops is dropped because I understand the concept. All right, I understand the concept. And if I so happens to be able to play what I'm hearing, it's just unfortunately I can't help it. What else am I supposed to do? Somebody said, "Be you, be you, do you," and I did a video on that. Be you, do you. All right. Let me see. What? Let me see. do let me know whenever you're free. Leave me a text. Okay. So yeah, when my hands hit the keys, I don't know what I'm playing. I don't know what I'm gonna end up doing. I don't know. My hands is gonna drop, and wherever it falls and drops, that's where it falls and drops. Right. So that's where I do my photoshopping. That's where I do sending my information out, and this is where I end up booking it and booking it, looking it, booking it, looking it, and booking it. And now I'm putting it in a book so I can help someone out there. As I was mentioning earlier, this music books out there that these guys charge them more than me. This is $20 here. And these other books I bought, they were actually 35. No, they were actually 37, 38, 39, $40, $49 for these music books. Mine is only, this is 35 for the hardcover, and this is $20, $20 for my paper cover, and then my ebook is only $5. I saw somebody do an ebook um yesterday, or was that today? Is it today or yesterday? Um, ebook, a music ebook, a music book ebook, a music book ebook. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna take my glasses off. A music book ebook. Mine is $5. This music ebook that I saw, that I visioned, that I'm actually waiting for it to come through. I'm actually getting the physical book. I didn't want to pay $35 for the ebook. $35 for the ebook. $35 for the ebook. Mine is $5. $5. I said, what? Hold on. Am I seeing this incorrectly? I'm putting my glasses back on. I kid you not. Let's see this music book. I'm gonna get the physical book. All right, the physical book was $35, of course, with tax and all that. You know, shipping and handling and all that. Um, Let me see. Can I find it over here? It was $35 with tax, and I said the ebook is $35. Am I seeing this incorrectly or what? No, I actually really. I'm gonna go find that again. Let me see if I can find it. Let me lower the volume over here. It was $35 for the ebook, and I was like, what? Like, are you for real? Like, my ebook is $5. Do y'all think I should amp it up some, like $10 or $12 or something? But I'm gonna leave it at $5, y'all. The ebook is $5, y'all. I'm not really majorly profiting from it. So if you go to my website, I'll get what they call royalty, my own. They say full royalty, but it's really not full royalty. Because by the time you guys purchase the book through PayPal or however the method that you guys will pay for it, by the time it gets to me, I'll probably be like $3 or something like that. But the book is $5. But by the time I get it, I'll end up like with $3 or $4. So I saw this thing that tripped me out, and it said that this book was $5. Let me see if I can find it, y'all. $35. That floored me. And let me see, what was the name of it? Let me see. I ain't gonna tell you the name of the book, right? But I'm just gonna tell you what the order was. I actually got all the way down to the order part of it the other day. It's actually on hold, which is kind of funny to say. So let me see. How the okay, so I'm going to the order. Let me see. I think it's still waiting in the cart right now. Okay. So the physical copy. See. Hold on. The physical copy. When I put my information in, hey, stop doing that. Hey, now stuck. Okay. when I put my physical information in my credit card and all that kind of stuff, right? It said the physical copy book was $35, but then I was like, well, how much is it for the ebook version? And I could have sworn I saw on the ebook version. Um, Let me see if it let me click on it. Oh, it won't let me do it on my iPad. Actually, because I have it already locked in on that phone up there. So here it is. I see the cost right here. Check this out. And the book. This is how mad I'm about to be. The book on Amazon. The book on Amazon is $59.95. I'm like, wait, hold on. My book is $20. $35. Wait a minute. Are you telling me for two of my different kind of books, this book is almost $60, basically with you tax and all that? Okay, so I'm trying to figure out in my mind, like, how could that be? Because um, this book is similar to my book, which is the basic stuff. But except in chapter 9, I'm giving y'all the heavyweight chords, the pros chords, the dope chords, the off hook chords, and I'm scratching my head like, wait a minute. I might need to talk to my editor and say, hey man, should I bump my prices up, because I'm basically, my book basically in my mind, I'm saying, man, I'm putting some heavyweight chords out there, some dope chords out. I'm putting chords out there that you're able to play with your left hand differently from what you're doing in your right hand, versus these guys are only giving you. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. This book here. Okay. This book costs more than my book. Took both of them put together, including my ebook. This book. And in this book, it has just the theory behind the madness. Everything I talked about in chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm sorry, 8. But I take mine to a whole nother level in my book. Like, literally in the whole book. I bought this book, like I said, after I had already published my book. I was just curious to see what will be differently in this book opposed to what I did in my book. I like to compare as I see it. I'm not bashing anybody's book, so don't get me wrong, y'all. But I'm a little hot right now, because I'm thinking like, wow, how is it that this book can sell at uh beyond $30 or $35 or $37, $40, $50, $60 basically. And if I flip through the page here, don't get me wrong, the book is beautiful. That's why I bought it. Actually, I bought it because I thought it was gorgeous. It's a gorgeous book. It's very pretty book. No, don't get me wrong. Every page, pretty book. Don't get me wrong. Every page book. Everything he mentioned in my chapter 1, 2, actually 1 and 2 actually. The scales and the chords. He only does them in a few keys, not all the keys. Remember I said earlier, you have to guess the rest of the keys. In other words, he's giving you the concept behind the madness, but the rest you got to put the work in on how to transpose by yourself every day. My book, I'm giving it to you where you get in every single page transposed in all 12 keys in every chapter. In this one, he just give you the concept behind the madness on how to do your scales, right? And no chords in particularly in this book, except for, he gives you, like I did in chapter 18, your major, your minor seconds, your major seconds, and blah 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 blah. He does it here, all right. And it's pretty much tiny, small, or whatever. You can kind of see he does it there. but he doesn't give you all of the chords in all 12 keys. He starts it out, and some of this is duplicate. I don't know why he did that, but he did the fourths and the fifths, the seconds and the third. He's just repeating the same thing that was in the first original pages, and I'm like, why you do that? But anyway, it is what it is. So he's giving you the same thing over and over again. And we talk about the intervals and all of that. That's what I'm talking about, chapter 18. So I'll look at it and I'll go, okay. Give me the major sevenths, the minor sevenths, the minor diminished sevenths, the dominant seventh. As I told y'all earlier, the seven sus4 chords, the seven sus chords, the seven sus, the sus2 chords and stuff like that. But they're not in all 12 keys. He's just giving the example as the concept of how to do them. But he doesn't do them in all 12 keys to show you how to do them. So again, this is pretty. Don't get me wrong, beautiful. He give you the first version, root position, first version, the second version. He does that in a few of the keys. Okay, he does it in all of the 12 keys of how to play your root position, first version, second version. Okay, I'll give him to that. And then pretty much the book repeats everything the same here. You repeat everything he said in that page that I just read a minute ago. So yeah, this book costs more than mine. That's why I'm a little bit not happy about that. And everything keeps repeating, redundancy of the major chord, the minor chord functionings and stuff like that. All of this is repeating the same thing throughout the entire book. So for a beginner musician, probably this book will work to a certain point, but the rest you would have to put energy into it. When I mean energy into it, you will have to figure it out on your own, step by step. Now, this book right here, I would grade this book as an A, a plus or whatever, or yeah, somewhere up there. The reason why I would say this book is great is because he does the same thing I do with my book with all 12 keys. The only difference in this book, you're not going to get a different left hand chord. You're going to have everything is going to be duplicated the same as I did with chapter 1. I'm sorry, correction, chapter 2. And all of the chords that goes with it. This is, he called it the piano chord encyclopedia. Pretty much what my book is doing. But the exception is I take it to a whole nother level in chapter 9, moving forward to chapter 17. All right, and I give y'all all the fat chords, the dope chords in that chapter. I would say for a beginner musician, anybody who's a beginner, get this book for sure. I would say get this book along with my play-by-sight edition number 1. Because in edition number 1 in chapter 9, it's going to take you to a whole nother level where you can start playing different chords in the left hand versus playing double up. This book is designed for you to play double up chords, meaning that whatever the chord is going to be, if it's a C major chord, oh, what happened? Oh, if it's the C major chord, double up. Whoa, octave. Let me get back there. That's what he's doing. Whether it's E double up, whether it's a dominant chord double up, that is what this book is all about. Every chord, the minus 7 chord, double up. That's what he's doing in this book from left to right hand, double up. What is also what I also did in my book, which is play by sight, the same thing. The only difference is you're not going to get these other chords that you hear other musicians are doing in this book. So that's why I'm like, how does this book cost more than my book? So I'm like, wait a minute, this is crazy. I had one more book, but I was gonna pull out, but same scenario. These guys are charging way more than me for me doing the same thing, but taking it to a whole nother level. Literally, I'm taking it to a whole nother level. This other book is doing the same thing, giving you the basic theory behind the madness. Might throw a song or two in there, 2 or 3 songs in there, whatever. But this guy book, I'm not gonna say the name, but he's charging over at Amazon $59.95 at Amazon. Okay, now for right now it's on sale for $37 with tax. Still more than my book. So I'm scratching my head trying to figure out. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I like to, what I call it, like I said earlier, I like to see, or compare, to see what's going on here. Is this book going to help me if I was a beginner musician to step my playing up from one point to the next? Or is this book going to be just extremely simple to the point where you're not going to really grow? You're going to kind of sort of grow, but not really grow, but you're going to sort of grow. I'm not going to say you're not going to grow, but you're going to sort of grow. You're going to get the basic theory behind the madness, but you're not going to get where I'm addressing, learning chords. My left hand doing something different, something like that. You're not going to get, watch when I hit you with this one. So that came from my instructor. So I thought I said, let me try to mess with this and see if there's something that is actually in the Play by Sight book, which I had already told y'all. The Major 7 with the Flat 5, Chapter 12. The Tritone, Chapter 8. And the major chord in Chapter 2. My major chord in Chapter 2. So every chord that I played was in the book. Alright. The 6/9 sharp 11 is not in the book, but my 6/9 chord is in the book. In this first book, but the 6/9 sharp 11 will be in the book. Also, that 13 sharp 11, all that kind of stuff will be in the book. Hey, don't want my fingers. Those chords will be in the book. Oh, was there another chord was played in that? Oh, and then that minor chord, that minor 7 and 11 chord, or that minor chord is in chapter. Look over here in chapter 3. The minor chord. Remember I said earlier, you're gonna have to learn your major move, minor move, augmented move, add the 7. That's the major 7 with the sharp 5, which is in my book, chapter 7. Yep, chapter 7. I'm trying to remember Rising by heart. Yep, chapter 7. Diminished 7, chapter 3. So the minor move, the augmented move, and the diminished 7 is in chapter 3. So you got to get the book. You have to get the book to learn all these chords in all 12 keys. In order for you to learn to play stuff, as I'm about to click on something, let's see, let's click onto this. Remember I told y'all earlier, the chords that I play, I'm going to find them very quickly because it's in the book. If y'all say it with me, it's in the book. Alright? It's in the book. Literally. I'm like, what? This is insane. Okay, so let's see. First chord. The minor chord. Chapter 3. The second chord. The 7/4 chord. Chapter number what am I 7/4 chord? Chapter 5. Both of those two chords right here in my face. What? Yes. B flat, chapter 4. Chapter 2. Minor move, chapter 3. 7/4, chapter what? 5. B flat, chapter number 2. A flat major 7, chapter number 4. Every one of those chords. Now the next chord, minor chord, chapter number 3. Every one of those chords. 2, 3. Let me see. Ba da 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 da. Yes. That's how I'm able to find the chord, because I know the chords in the book. Then that's when you do. Remember that minus 6? I told you chapter 18. Chapter 18, minus 6, major 6. chapter 2, chapter 4. Alright. Chapter 2, chapter 2, chapter 2. So what? And then what is in the book? I hear the chorus in the book all day. Then or there it is, G7. G major chord with the tritone, y'all. What? E flat, chapter 2. Right? Every chord I'm here is in the book. I'm like, oh man. That's a major move. But he's using it as the major 6, but it's a major move. Second inversion of E flat. So let me see. E flat, D major, transpose, D major, G minor, second inversion, A flat. Right? Back to G minor, A flat, G minor, A flat, ba ba ba. And he just broke up the chord and made it as a major 6. Major 6. Major 6. Minor 6. Minor 6. Minor 6. Major 6. Minor 6. Minor 6. Major 6. The chord was. If you were doing it. It was a major chord. Second inversion. So you're going like da 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 da. A flat, da. Back to the minor. A flat, back down. What? So now he breaks it up and do it like that. With 2 hands. That's crazy. Right? What? Okay, so a lot of this stuff I'm like, oh man, that's crazy. Octave higher. Doing octave. Guess what? This other chord is gonna blow y'all mind. It's in the book. Oh my goodness. Watch this, y'all. Remember I played it earlier. At major 7 with a sharp 5. Remember I said this earlier when I said C major, sharp 5, add the 7. It's a major 7 sharp 5. C major 7 sharp 5. C major 7 sharp 5. If you take that information and you transpose that to, I think, E flat, right? Either I go up or I go backward. Because I'm up on the register right here, I'll probably just go up with the voicing. So if I understand I'm playing a D flat major chord, sharp 5, add 7. It's a D flat major 7 with the sharp 5. If I go play a D major chord, sharp 5, add 7. It's a D major 7 with the sharp 5. If I go to E flat, sharp 5, add 7. E flat major 7 with the sharp 5. Guess where it's at? Right there. So you going. I'm going home. I'll see y'all later. The chords is in the book. I told y'all it was gonna be in the book. Now you move it up. Going to that major 7. Now we playing a different movement, but it's diminished major 7. A flat diminished major 7. We kind of, you heard me doing that earlier, remember that? See, y'all see where I got it from? So I'm like, oh wow. What? Yes. All day. I can hear them chords all day because I practiced them and I know where they're at now. Major 7. Remember we played this voice in there a minute ago. Transpose. Transpose. So you hear them transposing. F major 9. Alright, y'all gonna hear that chord I told y'all earlier that I was fooling around with. Watch where here it comes. I think it's gonna come real soon. Here it comes. Remember that chord from earlier? And that chord there. What? I told you I was coming. Yeah, so. What? Right? E flat 6/9 sharp last. I told you them chords was coming. Alright? All day. Alright, it's like, okay, so we have the that's your major 9. I probably threw the 13 in there when I was doing that little flickering. If I told y'all the sus2 and the major chord. And we have the major 9 in my left hand. Then we transpose that chord. And we're playing the sus chord. I told y'all. Because you're moving to the B flat chord. Or you can go to minor, G minor. But it's B flat. Woo! I told you that chord. And that chord goes. I told you it was coming. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Preacher chord. Oh Lord. You know I got transpose, right? Because I understand F major chord to E major chord. We're just adding the flat 7 to it. Flat 7, and if I did that in E, and I know my 7, 5, 6, 7, flat the 7. I'll just be repeating the same move. Or I can go diminished too. Or to E. I can mess with it all day. How do you create chord progressions? Without chords in your library, you cannot create chord progressions if you do not know chords. So, play by sight, I got y'all covered. Chords glory all day. I'll probably call my next book the Chord Glory book. All right, but yes, yes, you guys have edition number 1. Grab these chords so that way you can be able to create chord progression from them. Because all day long, I can go to the chapter and just look at my contents and be like, okay, okay, let me play this. Let me play this move here. The Marvin Sapp, remember? You saw the best me. Chapter 14, the major 7 sharp 5, flat 5 sharp 5, in transpose. Transpose. Of course, I understand my inversions, right? So you can move that around as well. All right. So those chords in all 12 keys, I don't care which direction you want to go with it. Like I said, I heard what's his name doing something on the organ. I don't remember everything he was doing, but I remember him playing some minor 9. You know what I'm saying? And just having fun playing chords. I'm just saying, if you understand the concept behind the madness, you can transpose this stuff, you know, and have fun messing with it just because you understand. You can go wherever. You go wherever you want to go because you understand concept behind the madness. So play by sight. I promise y'all, you will not regret this because I'll put in every chord that I can think of that any musician can pop out of their hands onto the keyboard, and I'm popping out on the keyboard on my own by myself. So you know, and I'm not gonna say it's not everything is easy and simple, but I'm like, if I understood the concept or I understood my inversion, I will find that chord. Because I'm practicing it constantly until it finally just it nailed. I was like, oh. Where we going after this, right? He did it again. This time we shorten it up. So he shortened it up that time. So he showed it up that time. Da 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 ba ba da da. Now what's next? It's an easy thing because now I'm like, oh. Minor 11 flat 5. What chapter is that, y'all? Chapter 16? Come on, y'all. Y'all got to go with me now. I'm preaching this message to y'all. Y'all got to get this book. I promise y'all, you will not regret that. Chapter 17. Chapter 17. Y'all got to get the book. You got to get the book. Yeah, so I'm like, oh. Minor 11 flat 5. Major 9. Chapter 9, by the way. Chapter 9, y'all. Chapter 9. That chord is an E flat major 9 chord. Chapter 9. What page does that fall on? Page 36. It's in the book. I will not lie to y'all. I'm telling you, it's in the book. Chapter 9. Chapter, that other chord that I just played, that minor 11 with the flat 5. That's F minor 11 flat 5. We said that was chapter what, 17? Chapter 17. That should fall on, let me see what page here. That was the 11. Yeah. The F. Let me see here. What page am I on? Let me see. What page? Doc. What page is it on? Doc. Okay, that falls on page 68. For you guys who got your book, 68. All right, page 68, chapter number 17. You gotta get the book. You gotta get the book. Yes. You gotta get the book, yeah. You gotta get the book. Well, how'd that go? I forgot how to do da da da. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, y'all gotta get the book for sure. I did this book on purpose because I told y'all these chords are in the book, and I hear them. I'm like, oh, snap. Let me see it. What was that? Yep. Chapter number 5, the major 7 with the flat 5. The minor 7, that's what he's heading next. Chapter 3. I told y'all. Alright, so yeah. Okay, now this is a different major 9 or a different major 7 chord. This one is going to be in my next book, alright? It's in this book, but in a different version. Hold on, let me see something. Let me go back to my major chapter 9. Let's go back to chapter 9. Because I might have put this one in here, this version. Let me see, I don't think so. Let me see, what version did I do? Okay, so this is a different one. Remember I told y'all the major 7s, the major 9s, they can be done in different versions. Or a different approach. So this is a different one. So this one is not going to be in this particular book. I'm looking to see. Nope. Okay, so I didn't put that particular version in my book, but it's going in my edition number 2 for sure in all 12 keys as voicing. So yeah. All right. So that would be the only chord there that's not in this book. Alright, so let me see. Do I have the major 7? Do I have the diminished major 7 in here? I don't think I put that one in here, but I think that one is going in my next book. So let me look in my contents right quick. What I'd say? The major. Okay, so that's diminished major 7. Alright, so that's in my next book. Alright, that's in the next book. These chords going in the next book. Alright. What I got this thing on? Oh. Alright, I had this on, what you call it? Yes. But what I'm about to say is, even if these chords are not in this book, and when I say the name of the chord is in the book, the chords itself is in the book. Tritone and a G major chord, first inversion, y'all. So yes, this will be chapter 2, major chord in chapter 2. And the tritone is chapter number 8. And as well as chapter 18. That's why I'm able to find the chord. Alright, the diminished 7. I believe I'm doing the diminished 7 in that second book, I believe. Now, he's playing this 713. Alright, so the 713 is going to be in my next book. However, the 713 is... I can go and use chapter... Like I said, told y'all earlier, I can go ahead and use chapter 2 or 3 and 8. So I'm going to use chapter 3 because it's the minor chord that I just played in the beginning when this song came on in the beginning. That was the very first chord. Now we're going to try the tritone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going on. Bye. Oh, that's the reason why I told you guys. Chapter number 1, chapter 2 through chapter 8 I can create these chords just from those, just from chapter 2 to chapter 8, and find these chords in that chapter because I understand the concept behind the madness, the tritone, and the minor chords, the major chord, or augmented chord, diminished moves, or whatever's going on in the song. I can understand that we're playing the minor chord. As I had just said earlier, if I keep practicing this over a period of time, I'm going to recognize what's going on. So you end up creating the 6-9 or the 7-13 move because it's me using the tritone and the minor chord put together. And y'all heard the John P. Key thing. Bum ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum ba bum ba ba da bum ba ba da bum. Okay, y'all. Oh my god. Okay, it's in the book, y'all. I did that on purpose. So I hear that move, that 6-9 or that 13 move when he did. So yes, this is the 7-13 chord. However, I'm physically actually putting this chord in the book, the 17-13 chord. Also, I think I have the 9-13 I think in there as well. Because you know if you E flat, you add the 2, it's the 9. Or you can call this also a 6-9, E flat 6-9. Depends on where you're ranging your chords and notes at. See now here, we playing around with that G minor chord. Remember from earlier with that tritone. What was I doing? I forgot what I was doing. This is an E flat major 7 chord. It can be played in so many different ranges of way that musician plays around with stuff. So I'm saying it can be played so many different. Now that's the minor 9, C minor 9. It can be. You can go from an E flat major 7, right, to me playing around. Now add the 9, E flat major 7. Now I got the 9, 9. Because my fingers I can spread. Oh, that don't work. Now make my left hand pick it up. E flat major 9. And there's so many more ways of approaching the same chord. Like I said, so many ways of approaching the same chord. So I try to do a few of those in different arrangements in this second book so that you guys can get an idea. Oh, okay, maybe it was played this way, maybe it was played that way. Anyway, so we end up going back to this chord from the beginning like we did earlier, but this time we got the tritone. 6 semitones on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now that is a 7-13 chord. Oh, wow. That is going on my next book. However, like I told y'all, I was able to find it because I'm using my contents to understand the madness. So that's where we're at there. So you got. Alright, so what's the next move? Let's go back to the top. This is the first time around with E flat. Yeah. That's what the organ was doing in the background. That chord I told you earlier. Same chord I was playing earlier. Now I'm just voicing it with the tritone. I'm adding some extra notes and flavorizing. And then he come back with this. D flat. Good. So D flat. Going to D flat or C sharp because we're in the key of E flat. So D flat. D flat. Guess where we're going, y'all? Diminished seventh. I hear that. It's in the book. Yes. Then it go to major. Remember that chord from earlier? Now I could play a different voicing and mess around with the F minor 9. You know, so I can go. I like that voicing. Well, that voicing doesn't matter. Still minor 9 level or A flat add 2. All right. So anyway. From earlier. All right, and then now that could be the 7-13 chord again. Remember transposing from. Remember we did it a minute ago. That could be. Okay. Well, I think he didn't play that top note. It was a cluster. That changed the whole scenery. So he was playing the minor second there. And then he was playing the perfect fourth. Cordy doesn't know how to identify what this is, but I said earlier, yes, it could be the 7-13 move, but I hear that and then of course he's gonna take you to the major 7 with the flat 5, which is already here in the book. But if I wanted to go ahead and omit the cluster and play the minor chord, as I had just told y'all a minute ago, that you know that jump you keep all right. But yes, that could be the 7-13. You can get away with that. Transpose, and take you to the major 7 with the flat 5. But that wasn't really what I hear. I think I'm hearing this. I'm hearing. I could be hearing it wrong, but yeah. May the force be with me. Yeah, because to me, I don't hear that. Now, could I get away with doing this? Maybe, huh? Told y'all it's the tritone. If I was smooth with this, I could get away with it because I can go move the left hand over or the right hand over and get away with it. Transpose or do all of that. Remember I said earlier. This will be definitely for sure interesting because I could. Transpose that too. That changed. It's a major 7 with a flat 5, just coming at it from a different angle. Major 9, actually. Yeah, major 9. Yeah, major 9 with the flat 5. But I don't hear that. I'm here. I think I'm here. And if I want to linger that. Then it will for sure turn into the 13, the 7-13. But anyways, that's where we at with that. Good luck to me on that. May the force be with that. But how I figured that out was because of the tritone. Yeah, 87 flat 5 already in the book. Y'all done. So let's just go ahead and we're gonna use the minor chord, like I said, which is over in chapter number 3. So I'm gonna use that. But like I said, I'm hearing that in my head. All right. So after we get off of that. A flat. A flat. Yeah. A flat major 7 to A flat to G flat major 7. Yeah. Alright, so technically this is chapter or major 7 is chapter 4. Alright. These chords is in the book. That's the cool thing about it. Is that I remember doing inversions, and then instead of me using the 2 hands, I'm taking the 1 hand and the left hand and dropping it out off the scene for a split second to pull this off in order to figure out where he's going with the song, because the bass is picking up the whole line or whatever, so that helps out for the keyboard player to kind of lift his hands off the board, and the organ player in the background doing what he do. Matter of fact, this is Josh Nash on the keyboard, and David Jackson was in the background on the organ. So I was like, okay, that's nice. Okay, da da da. All right, and may the force be with me on this last part of it. Y'all heard? Well, anyway, so let me see. After you finish that. So you doing in the book. Actually, is my minor 9 with the flat 5 in this book? I thought I saw the minor 9 flat 5 here. Minor 9 flat 5. Where aren't you? Oh, there it is. Chapter 13. It is in there. Oops. Okay, a lot of chords I put in here. Like I said, I didn't even remember doing this, y'all. I was probably under the influence when I was trying to finish this book. But anyway, to simplify this movement, wait, honey's trying to call me. Let me see how she's doing. Or maybe she's checking on me, actually. Hello? Hello?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
What you doing?
Nothing.
Sitting down?
Yep. Sitting down on the keyboard for a minute. Sitting down on the keyboard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you are.
Whenever you get here.
Oh, okay.
I'm not in a hurry.
Well, I'm gonna go to cook. Let me talk to you. Put your protection up. I went over there to check on church.
Okay.
Let me talk to your protection up. Okay.
Alright. May the force be with you. Alright. What was I at? Yeah. So I'm thinking F minor 9 with the flat 5. And then you're coming up with the F minor 7 with the flat 5. And then the G major 9. Well, remember, they have the bass line when they're messing around with this. And that may change the name of the chord because of the bass line. That makes you play a minor 9 11 because of the bass line. I played it that way with this technically will be a G7 G7 with the sharp 5. But remember, yeah. Let me see. probably stay there on that bass line. Yeah. So all you did is just moving one note up to a flat 5. Remember, it's sharp 5, G7, sharp 5. Then we move up to the G7, flat 9, sharp 5. That's all we're doing. And then we're going to the minor 9. So all the other crazy stuff we did from, well, I won't say crazy, the other little movements, I don't forgot what I was doing. What was the last thing? Yeah, I forgot my bass line. This is at 13 sus chord. So after he was leaving from that last movement, wherever we was at, what was the last thing we was doing? I don't forgot already. Hold on. Let's back it up because I don't forgot myself. Okay, let me see. Yeah, so after that, right? And we know if you're carrying the bass line, we already know what's up with that bass line. Okay, so when we was playing the bass line, this is an E flat. So when you hold up. Hold up. Yeah. So this would have been. That's when you hear that bass line. Now it starts to make sense with that chord I heard. That's what. That's why it makes sense now. Not this one. Not. Remember I said earlier. That's your 713, right? So now you see the difference between when I hit that D bass line. It makes you play a D7 with the sharp 9 flat 5. But that's not what I'm actually really hearing. Is this one, and it changes the voicing. So it's just really a D7 sharp 9 without the flat 5 or the sharp 5 basically. That's why. See what I'm saying now? You see it makes sense. See, now that makes sense. Boom. That's nasty, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I'll put, man. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold y'all horses. I gotta get this one. I don't think I photoshopped this one. Let's see which way. Which way is the eye? Which way I do this thing? I forgot. All right. So this is what I do, y'all. When I'm messing around with stuff. Okay. And then the next chord. Right. So you just transpose it. It's a completely different sound voicing when I was doing the other way. Completely different. Right. Verse it. That's different. This makes sense now. Oh my Lord, have mercy. Alright. This is what I do, I told y'all. Ain't nobody over here helping me out. I know I named some people and that's out of respect, but no one's showing me how to play this stuff, you know. Okay. I already have that. That is coming in my book actually. I probably even did this one already and then I don't realize it. I probably won't find that out until I get my my editor's sick. He's ill, so I have to wait till he gets better. Let me see. Do let me know whenever you feel free and leave me a text. All right, so and to let my editor know when he feels better, then we can finish talking. I think this is gonna probably be a 10-day process. Cause he's out sick, so ain't nothing I can do about that. He's the manager who's running the show here, to get my second book published. All right, so what was that? Because of the D, and then what was that? No, I forgot. Oh, so after that little drop, and then here it is. I forgot what was I going. So and then oh, I forgot it again. There it is. So that's a 13 sus chord. Okay. More than one way to approach the 13 sus chord, y'all. So, all right. So now I think we got past that. I think. And then I'm thinking. That one too, or I hear that's just ringing in my ear. So basically, just playing a minor 9, flat 5, minor 7, flat 5, and E flat major 9. I told you all day. I want to hear these chords all day and different people playing. Okay, so what happened was the keyboard took his hands off the keys, the organ player picked it up, so that's when I was trying to pick up what the organ player was doing in the background. That's what I'm hearing in the background, the organ. I was just trying to pick up what the organ player is doing in the background. And I'm not sure what, I'm not sure what that was about. I'm not sure what. I'm baffled right there. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not sure what was happening. I'm not sure what that was about. I'm not sure what was happening right there, but I just heard this little thunky thump right there. Oh, okay, I know what he's doing. Okay, he just repeated the chord. Da ba da. Okay. Alright, and then the last part of this, we're about to end this right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, missed it. Yeah, you heard me playing this move from earlier. So let me see. Yeah, I told you I played it earlier. Alright, so remember that this the 13 the 7/13 chord. Now we're doing it in a different spot up here. Now these are all chords right here. You see? See? Hold up. So let me see. So so many ways of doing this stuff. But what I'm gonna do is I'm a melody line to it. So I'm gonna skip all that. It's the scale, E flat scale. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now we're gonna play the major 7 with the flat 5. I told y'all so many ways to approach this stuff. And when I roll back, it gives you the 7/13. Right, so this is like you playing, these two chords, the major 7 with the flat 5 and the 7/13 at the same time, back and forth. Major 7 with the flat 5, and then you have the F 13, 7/13. Now the thumb is gonna move. Now we have that. Remember that F7, that dominant chord. Now we're doing it in a different route. It says F13. Right, so now we're going to A flat. Right, tritone. We're playing an A flat major chord with a flat 5. Now I can change that up a little bit. A flat, E flat major 7 flat 5. Then I can go to an A flat major 6 and switch that up too. A flat. Right. When I did that, right, A flat major with the flat 5. I might do a slur down. It's a little walk. That makes me play a minor 7 with a flat 5. All the chords is in the book, but this is because it's coming from a different angle. Alright, so let's get the last chord. Dun. Alright, so here you go. Alright, D flat, 6/9, sharp 11. So y'all, and there's more than one way to approach the same chord. So that's the ending of this stuff. Now I might go. Now I might throw my own little thing in there. Now I might throw my own little thing. Now this time it's a D flat major 13 sharp 11. Remember I told y'all from earlier? I'm thinking the chords that's in the book and how I'm gonna address this. Trying to play. Alright, now I'm trying to fancy it a little bit. Nope. Let me keep the integrity. 713. It could be the 713. See, I told you the 713. But it all depends on how I land that. I had the 13. Okay, there's so many ways you can do this, but right, that's the 13 sus, and then the E flat 13. Oh Lord. Right, so you know it's all kind of stuff. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just playing chords. That's the 7, sharp 9, sharp 5. Octave higher. That's a B flat minus 9, 11. That's how I ended with the E flat 13. You can say E flat 13 9 or whatever you want to. And that time it's E flat with the 7. And this one is the 13 sus. Wait, hold up. Wait. Where my fingers hit? Wait, where my fingers hit? Oh, I hit something. Oh, there it is. E flat 13 sus with a 4 or something like that. I don't know what my hands hitting, but anyway. Can I get with it? Remember, you could do whether it's major. Wait, major. Whether it's the root, it's it. And remember, you can go to sus chord. You do the secret sauce chord. Actually, I'm right. You can end that in whatever way. Remember, I told you the minor chord. Alright, so you know. Yeah, so you know, all that's great. All that stuff. Remember, I told you, this is tritones. We're using the secret sauce chord. You can use the major move. 6/9 chord. I'm sorry, 713. I don't know what I'm playing, y'all. I'm just doing stuff. Listen, y'all, play by sight. Still trying to feel better. I'm trying to ignore how I'm feeling back now, actually, but just trying to make sure it doesn't overtake me. Overexert myself here. So, play by sight, edition number 1. As soon as my editor gets the feel well, he's out sick, so that means my book is gonna be delayed just a little bit, not much, but when he's back on his feet, then we're gonna get this book back going. He's got to send me the rough draft. I sent it out on last Wednesday, which was the 10th. So I figured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. I was thinking 10 days, like September the 19th is when it will get finalized, but I have to again get the rough draft back in the email from him, and then once I see what it looks like in the email, then I would wait. Did he send it already? Hold on, I think he sent it. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm up here talking, y'all. Hold on. Oh wait. Okay, hold on. I'm up here just chopping it up with y'all. I'm over here chopping it up with y'all. Right in my mouth. Hold on, he just sent me. All right, sent me my book cover. Got the book cover. Okay. Ooh, that book cover is sick. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, he's giving me choices. Okay, I hope you're doing well. Here's attachments for your book cover design. Okay. All right. We on our way, y'all. Oh, that book cover is nasty. Ooh. That, man, y'all thought this was dope. I want to show y'all, but hold on. Y'all have to wait to see this book cover. Oh my god, that's nasty. Okay, I'm feeling okay, that first one. Alright, okay, I think I get three choices. I'm feeling the first one, for sure. Um Alright, I'm feeling the second one for sure. And the second one, okay. And it's got my color. Alright, what's going on with the third one? I'm waiting for the third one to upload. Alright, so he's sending me my book cover. So, I want to get my approval because I told you it's a step. And then he's showing me. This is my original. Alright, so we have the original. And then, so he's showing me my two. So I have two to pick from. Oh, man. That second one is sick. Okay. I got about 5 people I need to stop by and help them, ask them to help me out with this. The second one for sure. The second one is because it's my color. It's got my color in it. That's nasty though. Oh yeah. I'm feeling that second one for sure. Number 2. Yes, sir. I want to show y'all so bad, but y'all gonna have to wait. Y'all gonna have to wait to see the second book. That second book cover is dope. The number 1 is dope too. I like that number 1. It's cool. But this number 2 is sitting with me for sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, let me hold on y'all. Let me see. Can I screenshot this? I'm trying to screenshot it. Oh, I'm gonna bring this up. How could I bring this? Okay. I'm trying to bring this. Alright. Let's see how you do this. I forgot how to do it. Oh, okay, I heard it. Alright, okay, let me crop it. How do I crop it on here? What do I do? What did I do? How do you crop it? Usually be a thing down here. I don't know how to crop it on here. How do you crop it? No? Oops, I hit the wrong one. I don't know how to crop this on the. How you crop this on the iPad? It used to be a thing. All right, I'm gonna save this in my little whatchamacallit, and then I'll crop it on my other phone. I don't know how to crop it on here. Oh wait. Woo! I can see this back page. Oh yeah, man. Oh my god, this is nice, y'all. I don't know how to crop this. Okay. So, that second one is dope. I gotta tell them about that one. The second one for sure. Let me see. Email. I'm feeling that second one. I'm feeling the second one. Number 2. Number 2. It's the one. Alright, y'all. It's got a little sick for a minute. Hold on. Alright, number 2 is the one. Thumbs up. Alright, let me send that to him. Let him know. Number 2 is the one. Alright. Alright, y'all. Number 2 is the one. I'm over here talking. I didn't realize he sent the. Okay, so that's the cover. So we got the cover out. The next thing is the inside of the book, the contents. The entire contents is next. So let me see. Did I miss another email somewhere? I'm over here just chopping it up with y'all. And I'm not even realize he actually sent me. Sometimes it goes over here to my junk mail. So let me see if it went to the junk mail or not. So as soon as you get that approval, my approval is my. Oh man, y'all. Uh, yeah, y'all. That book cover number two. That's dope. I'm feeling that number two all day. Got my color in there and everything. Okay, so it looks like I haven't seen. Okay, so I'm just waiting for um the next. The next is for me to uh get the rough draft back for the contents that's gonna go in the book. All them dope chords that didn't make it in edition number one. I was gonna call it volume one. So now whatever didn't make it in volume one or edition number one is going to make it in edition number two. All right. And then whatever I was not able to make it, that doesn't make it in edition number two, then I'll do it edition number three. I'm gonna try to span this out every 3 months. All right. So every 3 months we're gonna have some dope chords put out there and some deep, some nice chords. We're gonna learn how to play this stuff. So you see how I was able to get through this whole song, and this whole song was 53 seconds. I literally did the whole tune. Then, I was able to get through the whole thing. Do that extra. Do that in there. I came from a different area. This time I played the A flat major 7 versus A flat add 2. What did I say earlier? I added the bass line to it. And blah, blah, then I think who da 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 da. Let's see. It's like that. Like that. Is that doing? Yeah. And then the last part. Then oh, I forgot the last chords. There's two more chords he plays at the end. A flat to E flat. That was kind of petty. So yeah. Um, that's kind of how you ended that. A flat to E flat. Because we're in E flat. Alright, so enough of that. So I finished that whole tune and using the book and the chords that's in the book. Alright. And there's only one chord that was not in this book. It was this one. It's far as the chord is concerned. That major 7 chord done in a different route. That is going to be my second edition. I can't wait to get that out there, and it's all 12 keys. So that, and then this diminished major 7. That's going to be also in the next book. Alright, so any chord that didn't make it in this book, edition number 1, will be in going in 2, and whatever I could not put in finish off in edition number 2, I'm going to drop them in the next book 3, and then a 4th book if necessary. I probably will do a 4th book actually, and then I might call it timeout. Recess. Because I do have about 9 other books that are readable books that I've written as well. About 9 of them. I will probably publish them differently from. I probably wouldn't use this company that I'm using. I might use a different type of company that I'm looking into, and just waiting for a certain word that I need to get back from them. But I may use a different company to publish my other books. There will be more readable books. There'll be audible books that you can probably sit in your car and listen to. So yeah, so y'all, play by sight is the way to go. I'll keep my prices the same. I'm not gonna bump them up. I'm not exactly sure how much I might put up for my second book, the new book. Well, I'm pretty sure it'd be somewhere around the same amount. I don't think I'm gonna hype it up to $50, $49, and all that kind of stuff, because not everybody have that type of money to be buying a music book. But I do feel that it's kind of unfair in a way that these other people are charging 37, 39, 49, $60 for this book. And since we on this conversation, let me go to Amazon and let me pull up a few people's books, because and I'm not trying to, what's the word I want to say, meet up to that economy prices that, like everybody else is doing, but I do kind of feel that this is unfair. Y'all should be buying my books. My books, y'all should be blowing up Amazon for my books, because I'm actually giving out way more than what the other guys are giving. But you know, let me see. Where is my Amazon thing at? Do I got Amazon on here? Oh well, I thought I had Amazon on this thing. But I don't have Amazon on here. I'm actually curious. Actually, where's Amazon? I don't have it. What? Are you for real, bro? Doc, you don't have Amazon on here? Guess I have to go this route. So, let me see something on Amazon, because for the prices these guys charge for these books, they charge way more than me, and I'm like, wait a minute, how do you do this? Let me see, Amazon. Can I spell Amazon? Wait, is this my internet thing? Wait a minute. Oh, am I on the right one? Oh, I'm on the wrong page, y'all. Hold on. Where's my internet? Yeah, I thought this was it. Amazon. Am I already on Amazon? Why is it acting like that? Am I already on Amazon? I guess I am. Okay, I'm already on Amazon. I was like, why is it tripping out? So let me see. I'm gonna type in let me type in this book right quick, right? And Let me talk to this book. These guys are charging more than me. Um, Hold on. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna try to um, match up to these guys, but I'm just like trying to figure out like how in the world is these guys' books more than mine, but I'm actually giving um, way more information, which okay now okay okay so um okay, check this out. All right. Mm, okay. So check this out. The paper cover, which is this, is okay. You drop the prices. 34.99 for the paper cover. All right. And then his hardcover is $44 and mine is 35. I got a problem with that. I told y'all I'll be comparing and I'm like, huh? Um, I guess I get it because it's pretty. It's beautiful. It's got a glossy. Mine's got the glossy too, but I'm like, um, I went through the whole book and I share this with you guys, and I'm not here to bash anybody's book, but this book doesn't have what I got in my book, and I'm scratching my head trying to figure out like, am I putting too much information out there to have my book to be hardcover to be $35, and this guy's hardcover, his hardcover is $44.99. $44.99. The hardcover for this book. um, so it's $1 less for the paper cover. All right, mine is 35, so he went down apparently. So it's $34.99. Okay, I ain't mad about that. Okay, I ain't gonna be mad about that. I'm okay now. I'm okay with that. But his hardcover is 44. So I'm like, what? Okay. Oh, he slashed the price for the Kindle. Y'all know the Kindle is the ebook, and it was $34.99. I told y'all. I said it was higher. And so he slashed the price down to $9.99. My Kindle, my ebook Kindle, right, is $5. And y'all getting triple more than what y'all getting from this book. Alright, I'm not bashing. This is not a bashing thing. I'm just telling y'all. Y'all getting triple more out of my play-by site. Way more information is going to take your plan to a whole nother level. Like, I mean, a whole nother... You plan course immediately from my book. Or off the gate. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way to chapter number 18. Chapter 18, 1 through 18. I'm almost want to cry right now. But the Kindle is $9.99 and mine is $5. Do y'all want me? Should I raise my Kindle up to $9? $10 and $9.99? I'm like, this is crazy. His was. It says $39.99 Kindle. What? Like, let me go to my book. All right, we're gonna go to me. We're gonna go to Play by Site on Amazon, y'all. This is Amazon. Alright, let's get at me. We're gonna pull me up. Alright. So my paper cover, as I said, $20. My Kindle, $5. What? My hardcover, $37. This book, $44 more. The Kindle, more. What? Oh, I'm comparing. Yes, I'm comparing. I'm a little upset. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I'm scratching my head like, how is that possible? Like, I'm giving more information in my book to get you guys plan immediately in all 12 keys. Okay. All right. So we're gonna put this book to the side. I told you I buy his music books because I like to kind of compare, so to speak, to say, man, why is it charging so much and giving so little? That bothers me. that bothers. Okay, let's pull up the next book. And then I'm a go in my room and get me some tissue and hoop and holler and stuff. So what's the name of this one? Y'all probably said, "Don't cry, Andre. It's gonna be all right, man. You good, bro? It's gonna be all right." Let's see. Can I pull this one up? I think it's this one here. All right. So let's pull this guy up. Oh my God. Mm. I got to hold my tears back. This is crazy. Mm. This don't make no sense. Okay. All right, I'm gonna hold my mute. All right, let's pick this back up. Hold on, y'all. This is funny to me because um y'all won't believe this. I don't want to believe it, but y'all gonna believe it, and I'll tell you the truth. Uh, so the paper cover is $50. $50. $50? That's insane. Well, my book is $20, $35. Oh my! And $5 for my Kindle. $50. I told y'all. I had to come over here and prove my point. $50. I'm not lying. $50. What? That's insane. Okay. So I don't see it doesn't show the ebook. It only just show one type of book here, and that's the paper cover. According to the way this is showing. So let me flip to another page, and maybe it might be showing something else. Nope. Excuse me, $50. It's $50 for this one book. $50, y'all. I'm like, wow. 50 bucks. $50. Now I did tell y'all, if you're a beginner musician, this book will be a great book to get. He has every chord in here that you will be able to play with your left hand and your right hand, but it will be the same chords, nothing different. It won't be you playing this chord in the left hand and the right hand is playing a different chord. The left hand is playing a different chord, the right hand is playing. That's not what's going to happen here. This book has every chord that you can think of, that he can think of, that I've already thought of already, and have already dropped in my book, which is Play by Sight edition number 1 in all 12 keys. His book is doing the same thing in all 12 keys with left and right hand, but the same chords double up. So my chapter 1, 2, 3, I'm sorry, chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all right, those are the same kind of chords that's here in this book. $50, y'all want to pay 50 bucks for it, go ahead. But over here, Play by Sight, I have them in chapter 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, chapter 2 through 7, with the same thing he has over here in this book, and all 12 keys, for $35 for the hardcover, and $20 for the paper cover. And for my ebook, yes, the Kindle, $5. What? $50. That's what I said earlier. I'm a little hot right now. How is that possible? What? That's insane. That's crazy. $50 over here at Amazon. And my book is cheaper than everybody on here. However, it's cheaper, but you get it more chords in this book. And I'm taking y'all to a whole nother level. For beginner level, intermediate level, and advanced level. So go over to Play by Side and get the book, or you Play by Side, which is my my website, which is Bishop Drayster Clark hotcourse.info, Bishop Drayster Clark hotcourse.info, and get your copy over there. Your hardcover as well. You know, when you go to my website, it's gonna open up, and then it's gonna say buy now. That will be for the for you to download the digital version. Right, it's moving around here. So that's before the digital version. So it says buy now. Someone bought one last night or yesterday. Last night. Thank you. I don't know if I should call your name out or not. But thank you. I'll put it like this. Thank you, Mr. Brian. Mr. Brian, thank you for purchasing your book on last night. Or let me see. I'm just trying to remember when I saw it because I was sick yesterday and over the weekend Sunday because today's Tuesday now, so I was pretty messed up. So I think I might have saw it Monday or something like that. I can't remember. My mind is a little cluttered up right now. But thank you, Mr. Brian, for buying your book on the other day. And you will not regret it. You're gonna have all these chords. For those who really, really, really want to learn how to play the keyboard, the organ, and whatnot, go over there to my website, which is Bishop Drayster Clark hotcourse.info. Bishop Drayster Clark hotcourse.info. And as soon as you see this thing that says buy now, that will be the digital version. To download that, the Kindle version, the digital version. And then over next to it, it says buy now from Amazon. That would allow you to be able to get the physical copy, which is the hardcover and the paper cover, and as well as the digital version over there as well. You can get it there too, but prefer that you guys do the digital download from my website because I get a better royalty from it. But as I was saying about the other books, I can't believe that prices is higher than my books, but I'm giving more information in my book. So I'm not jealous and nothing like that, but I'm a bit like unsettled with that because it's like, what? How in the world can okay. But yes, so you guys gonna get more information out of my book, for sure, on chords to play. Yes, I did say earlier, if you just want to buy this book because it looks pretty to you, that's fine. Go ahead and do what you do. I ain't gonna tell you not to. I bought it because I thought it was pretty, it looked cute, or whatever. But as I ran through it, I realized, wow, man, these are the same chords I already have in my Play by Sight book already. This is my original over here, y'all. This is my original. This is my main original stuff that I've already transcribed, put it in all 12 keys, and now moving it into a real, actual, legitimate music book, made ready and available for everyone all over the world. And I say all over the world, worldwide. My book has gone worldwide at 17 publishing platforms all over the world, so you can get your own copy, hardcover, paper cover, and also digital download. But as I was saying about these various books, these guys are charging way more, actually too much, actually, in my opinion. But it is what it is. So, like I said, when I pull up the cost of these people charging a certain amount of money for these books, I'm thinking like, wow, man, why am I on the low end, charging, a small fee? And for me, and I'm gonna say this, y'all, it's not about money for me and like that at all. I mean, I really want my books to be out there so everybody can learn how to play. That is really my focus. Main goal is to help people who might not be able to get organ lessons, keyboard lessons, or if you are taking organ lessons and keyboard lessons, then your instructor isn't giving you the other stuff. I got it. It's ready for you. You ain't got to sit there and trip. Or let's see, I almost don't want to say this word, but you don't want to have to plead to your music teacher. Hey, listen, man. I feel that I can progress a little bit further into my plan. Can you like can we just do something different? And you might have an instructor that might say, "You're not really ready for it," or whatever, or they might hold you back, and that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't want nobody to be held back. And my whole goal is not to hold you back, but to help you, push you to a whole nother level. Like my wife would say to me, "Bro, you need to stuff for yourself." But anyway, so I pulled up this other book, and so my brother here, he has a book. His is about $25, and he has really nice stuff in this book here. Musicians practice. And he has many more other books as well, but I just was curious about the prices and stuff like that. So his is reasonably $25. This is the paper cover. Kind of remind me of my paper cover of my book. I might have a little bit more pages than he has in his book. I think I have 97 pages. He has 58 pages in here, and mine's is 97 pages. So I ain't mad about this one. All right, I ain't mad about this one because in this one here, he actually lays out a plan for you how to practice in this particular book, and but there were some discrepancies in this book that I meant to give him a call and let him know that there is some discrepancy in this book that that isn't adding up to what it's supposed to say, what the chords are saying in the book. I did I haven't had a chance to because I got sick or whatever, but I yeah, I guess eventually sooner or later, if he sees this video that I'm doing, hopefully he might go back and look at the book because I thought I was reading some discrepancies in here from what I was practicing on when I use the word practice of playing chords to find out why is this saying this and that and the other. So with that being said, maybe my interpretation is a little bit different from what I'm seeing and from what I've been taught or what I have learned is a little bit some of the pages in here, not all of them, but there are a few pages in here that I noticed that isn't jiving up to the name of what type of chord is supposed to be played. So, but other than just that, I mean, he has this chord set up where they're just in letters, and I have mine set up as chord charts that you can see what the chords look like, and everything like that. So everybody's doing their thing differently. And mine's is in color, and so forth and so on. So his books are $25, so I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about this one. But the other two are higher than my book. They're charging. These guys are charging way more than I'm charging for my books. This other book that I'm purchasing. Let me look it up. I actually had it in at one point. Let me go back and pull that book up. I think I did say how much it was. It was $65. No, 59.95 or something like that. And then he marked the book down to $37. But let me pull that up. And again, that still was more than what my book was gonna cost. I was like, man, should I bump my book up? No, actually, hold on. On Amazon is more. Okay, so on Amazon, wow. Okay, on Amazon for this book that I'm ordering. I'm not actually ordering it from Amazon, but I'm telling you on Amazon, the paper cover is this is for the paper cover is $48.84. It was slash excuse me, it was $59.95. $59.95. Y'all coming with me? $59.95. Come and say it with me. $59.95. $59.95. $59.95. $59.95. Whoa. Okay, I'm still buying the book, y'all. I mean, I like to purchase books to compare what I'm doing or have done, actually, not what I'm doing, but what I have done. So you notice, I did this after the fact, after I have already published my book, and then I bought these books. So my next book is about to be published. I already know what it looks like already from the gate. I haven't seen this book only except for when it was commercialized. All right, commercialized. All right, that's how I saw this book when it was commercialized. From what I could see, for whatever they flipped through the pages so fast. So I'm only assuming that that's just my assumption that maybe there's something in the book that I have not done, or maybe there's something in the book that I have done, and I'm not hard to ten majority of the time is maybe one thing that I have not put in my book, and that is songs, chord progressions of songs. All right, which will be, I believe I'm gonna try to do it on my third book. After this book, I think I'm gonna try to attempt to put songs in the third book, chord progression songs, and also a library of more chords to add to the edition 1 and 2. That's my intent for my third and fourth book. But I believe in this book, as I thought I saw him flipping through pages, that he had the same thing that I have in Play by Sight number 1. The exact same thing. I think I saw a few things in there where he had mentioned that kind of give you what it say, a planning on how to practice, and stuff like that. I was about to say techniques, but exercises. I guess that's the same thing. Techniques to practice. My book will cover the same thing because the techniques behind the man is you learning your tritone, learning your major chord, minor, diminished. And you see I'm doing this with my left hand. So dominant chord, major, seven chords. And to practice on when we say exercise and stuff, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oh, sorry, hold on. I'm doing my Rubik system. 2, 3. First version, 1, 2. Exercises, right? Second version, 1, 2, 3. You might do a 10 count. 1, 10, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now first inversion. Let's do the same thing. 10. Oop. Hold on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then your root position. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All your scales. 2, 3, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C. That's one time. Back up again. Second time. Again, coming up. Third time, right? 5 count, 10 count, or whatever you want to do. All right. So exercising your abilities to be able to do certain things. So I think that's what I kind of encountered in his book, and I believe he did put maybe a few songs, 1 or 2 songs in the book to try to address on how to play songs. I was going to do that with my very first book, this very first initial book. Yes, this very first book. I literally was going to do that where, and that was only because we was getting close to Christmas. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Right? And give you chord. I was gonna do all that kind of stuff. way how to play. So I'm saying so. To the world the Lord has come. I was gonna do that. My bad. So I was gonna do that. Yeah, so I was gonna do all that in my very first book, in the initial book here, edition number 1. But I decided to let's do chords because if you don't know enough chords, you will struggle trying to figure out how to play this type of stuff. You may struggle, right? Right. So some using other ideas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was going to do that, y'all. In this first book, but I said, let's go this route. I can use any of the chords. I can go to the chapter and figure out what chords I want to use. Yeah. All right. With that being said, y'all, let's get these books. All right. Let's get these books in our library, in your fingertips, at your house, where you live, and be on the lookout for my next book. I need to go in here and see if my editor has sent me another email so I can see the rough draft and try to feel better. Don't wanna feel ill again. So y'all, catch y'all later. Love y'all. Go.